Well, first of all, if this is your first time visiting this blog, I want to welcome you here. It's called A Few Wild Stanzas, and the purpose of the blog is really pretty simple. The purpose is to help us regain or maintain our perspective using the powerful language that comes out of the poetic tradition, using great poems and narrative poems. And the idea being that if we are able to maintain our perspective, that almost anything is possible. And of course, conversely, if we are not able to, as they say, maintain our perspective or our attitudinal resilience, would be another way to say it, then anything we do in life is difficult. So I was thinking about today, what happens to us when life shows up differently than how we planned? What happens when life gives us a jolt, shows up in some way that we did not expect? And that reminded me of a poem by the great poet David Wagner called Lost. And I've used it myself and have used it with many people over the years, and it has been very helpful. It goes like this, Lost. Stand still. The trees ahead and the bushes beside you are not lost. Wherever you are is a place called here, and you must treat it as a powerful stranger. Seek to know it and to be known. Listen, listen, the forest breathes. It says, I have made this place around you, and if you leave it, you may return by saying here. No two trees are the same to raven. No two branches are the same to wren. If what a tree or a branch does is lost on you, you are truly lost. Stand still. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. Stand still. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. I've often thought that when the world shows up in a way that is fiercely different, in some cases, than what we had planned, what we had intended, certainly what we had wanted, then we have to find a way to regain our footing, regain our center. And this poem, I think, is telling us, suggesting to us that at those times when this happens, instead of pushing forward and just kind of putting our head down and keep pushing to make the world comport to our wishes, instead of doing that, or instead of running or freezing, instead of doing something that's unskillful, this poem, I think, is suggesting to us to just stop. Just stop and pay careful attention to the world, to reflect on what the world is telling us, the signals that the world is giving us, so that when we are lost, we can look to the world to help find ourselves again, that the world indeed can find us. Thanks for listening. Until next time and next poem.